didn't do too well, but I was practicing my two-handed roll, which is what I was saying inside the loud bowling alley. Right now we're walking over to LEYEC because that rollin bagels cart that we were at a couple vlogs ago, he dropped off a bunch of bagels at Adam's shop. So we're gonna see if we could grab a few of them. So in today's edition of What the Hell Did James Order Today, we've got this Ghost pre-workout. So if you know, I've been trying to get back into running, and I've been running at least once a week, but I've really been wanting to get back into long distance running. If you know, I've ran 3 marathons in the past, and I've been wanting to be able to run over the bridge and go to Central Park like I used to when I was training for that. But my biggest problem is not being motivated to go long distances because it takes a long time and I get bored. But what's helped me in the past is using a pre-workout. But the pre-workout that I used to use when I was training for marathons, I found out was super expensive now for some reason. So my friend Adam recommended this brand to me, Ghost, and I've got the Sour Watermelon Warhead edition of this pre-workout. So I'm gonna start trying this out so I can run longer than 2-mile runs and not get bored. But yeah, by the time my wedding comes, I want to be able to do like a 10+ mile run. The other thing that came in today were these. So if you are familiar with off-white Nike shoes, you probably will know by this box alone what pairs of shoes these are. But I'm not going to reveal what they are here on the vlog because I am thinking about wearing these for my wedding. And I did have my eyes on another pair of off-white Nikes, but they are a little bit pricey on StockX, and this specific pair is one of the lower rated off-white Nikes, to give you a hint of which ones they are. So for that reason, they were a little bit cheaper than retail, so I figured why not just pick them up. And I'm gonna keep my eye on the other shoes that I really do want to wear for the wedding, and if they become a reasonable price, then I'll scoop them up. But in the meantime, this is gonna be my backup plan.
So my cousin saw this in LA when she went to like an art exhibit for Asian people or Korean people. And this piece was not for sale. It's by an artist, Megan Lee. And when I saw this, I immediately fell in love. This is a traditional hanbok, and this is kind of like traditional Joseon hair, I guess. It's like we used to braid our hair back in the day in these like elaborate giant braids for like wealthy women. And I just thought that the colors were insane, and so I hunted down her Instagram and then found her and like messaged her for a print. And my cousin also did the same thing. And I told her that I couldn't buy it yet because I was saving for a wedding. And so my cousin ended up buying me one for a wedding gift. And this is a limited edition. She only made 10 prints, and she gave me print 10 out of 10, I believe. So she wrote this like really sweet thank you note because she and I were talking in her DMs. And she gave me print 10 out of 10 to symbolize a beautiful new chapter in life.
Oh.
That's so sweet. I love this so much.
Print, a rare print.
Yeah, I love this so much. I think this is so gorgeous.
It's been a while since we did a morning walk, but it's pretty brisk this morning after having been warmer. But this is like perfect morning walk weather for us, so we could shock our bodies with 40-degree weather. have been feeling particularly creatively stuck, and I'm not quite sure why, but I figured I'd come out here and sit down here on the grass and kind of just stare out at the sky, and try and reset. I don't know if any of you experience this from time to time, but I kind of get this every few months or so, where I just feel unmotivated and unproductive and pretty mean to myself. And yeah, I just feel like today, when I was sitting down on my computer, everything that I look at, I think, is crap, to put it bluntly. So, trying something different today. Normally, I just kind of sit down and play video games all day, but figured today I'd just kind of sit down here and stare at the clouds and just breathe some fresh air and see if I could reset and come back tomorrow recharged. So before I came out here, I had also stopped by the library because I had a couple books that I had requested that finally came in a couple days ago, so I went over to pick them up. And these books I'm curious about because I had actually asked ChatGPT to recommend me a couple books based off of the other book that I recently returned, Before the Coffee Gets Cold. And yeah, these were two of the books that it recommended, so we're going to give them a try. The first one that we have here is called The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Ogawa. And we are going to see how that goes. And then the second book that we got is called The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. So I do have those two other books that I am trying out, but I sometimes like to jump between books to see what kind of catches along. And yeah, we'll see how ChatGPT does with the recommendations, and I'll let you know if they were good books.